Alright, YouTube. Seen a lot of these videos. Haven't seen very detailed ones, but I'm gonna do my best. This is my 454 81 GMC. And these are the radiators I got. Got them off Amazon for $255. And it's pretty simple. Even for me, I'm not very mechanically inclined. Took me a couple hours. Looks like everything works. The only issue I'm having, well, I can't say everything works, but the only issue I'm having is this sending unit right here. For whatever reason, is not sending a signal to kick on the fans. So I have to figure out if I have a bad sending unit or if I just need to switch in or wire in a switch so I can manually override it on the inside. But these are two 12-inch fans. They're supposedly 1600 CFM each. And they kind of feel like it, have no issues with them kicking on and spinning on. They were perfectly fine. When I short them out across the block, that's one way you can test it. Just get any kind of wire, hook it up here, and ground it out. I usually just ground it out to this bolt right here up top. So if any of you guys know what might be the case or something I could check for, leave me a comment down below. As you can see, it has the heater hose, trans, lower heater. So what I did for the fans, which is actually a pretty good idea I got from my buddy, was I found this connector right here at AutoZone. I saved the box just to show, and it worked out pretty well, and it looks pretty clean. I just got to cover this up, cover that up. I don't want to have the joints exposed, so I got to loom it so it makes it waterproof. So one thing I haven't seen on YouTube is where to wire up the ignition. That was my biggest issue. I'm not too familiar with classic trucks like this. You know, I use the universal wiring kit. Same thing, found it on Amazon, 25 bucks. So there's an orange wire that comes out of it. I ran it straight above, so that's where I mounted my relay. I mean, I've usually seen people mount them right here, right next to the radiator. But my orange wire, my ignition wire, didn't reach all the way across down that way. So my alternate point was down into that back firewall right there, and then just ran it through. Have my power and my wires from the fan going on the left side, and then over here down toward the battery, I grounded the fans out right here on a chassis point, and then I ran my gray wire, which is the sending unit right here, straight through a little harness that I had already here, and just ran it straight to the back. The orange one I just covered in black electrical tape, ran it to the top there, and then straight into the cab. And I'm going to show you guys. So this is actually pretty cool. I had no idea about it. There is a, let's see if I can get the flashlight on. There we go. There is a box right here where it has all your fuses and everything, and then there's one you can see where it says has flat, then idle, and then IGN. IGN is your ignition. That's where I plugged it into. That's where I'm tapping into for my relay, and it seems to work pretty well. One thing you can do, that I did at least, was I turned on my switch. Well, with the ignition off, turned back, I grounded out the fans. Didn't work. Turned the ignition, and your fan should kick on when you short it across the block. So that's one way to make sure that your ignition ignition wire works. But hopefully I'll figure this situation out with my sending unit not kicking on my fans. Worst case scenario, I got to wire in a switch, manually override it. But like I said, if you guys have any ideas or know of anything, let me know, and hopefully I'll post a video of it running and turning on.